Welcome to the future.
Welcome to the Muxall Open IoT channel, Barbecue Edition, number 2. I am your host, Michael Crane. Well, you know, I've never owned a barbecue that had 3 temp meat probes for it. And one of the things I noticed is keeping them all sorted. What's nice about the controller is it supports all different kinds of meat probes. But I find myself trying to remember, okay, well, is this an RTD? And I know this is an RTD. I've used that forever. So I started labeling them and putting what they were on there. Yeah, it's turning into kind of a chore to find what we need. So today I wanted to use these small probes, and I believe these are thermistors. But unfortunately, they have the tiny ends on them, not the 3.5 millimeters. I forget what these are, like 2 1/4 or something like that millimeters. Because I'm going to be cooking Cornish hens, which I'll show you here in a bit. Got 3 of them. I've got 3 of these probes, and they're just the right size to fit in a little Cornish hen. I'm going to see if I can find an adapter and plug it in there and see if we can get that, if I can get that to work okay. So today I think I'll be using, it's a PT100 3-wire, and I'm going to be using the trigger probe. It's a PT1000 2-wire, and the Camp Chef one, wherever it is, that I was using yesterday. Here it is. So yeah, I got to clean him up. So anyway, that's the probes we're going to be using. We'll go over to the PC here and take a look at the profile. Okay, we're on the laptop now. As you can see, I've got all 3 of the probes plugged in. They seem to be reading pretty much the same. This guy's oh, there. Now the chamber, actually I haven't even opened the lid on the chamber yet. It's just been sitting out there. The Camp Chef is plugged into port 1, which is a 3-wire PT100 is plugged into probe 2, and the Traeger 2-wire PT100 is plugged into port 3. And the Camp Chef, if you remember, is a thermistor. So, okay. And yeah, it's kind of hard to tell which is which. You're probably not going to be changing them around a lot. Okay. Well, I was doing some work on the controller today, and I've already created a recipe for my Cornish hens. So I'm just going to load it up. All right, and submit that. Okay. And I'll figure out which probe we're going to cook by today. I guess I'll stick it in the biggest Cornish hen. Oh, I forgot to set this to chicken poultry, didn't I? There we go. Submit and save. Okay. So yeah, today I'm just going to start off with at 225 and smoke it for about 60 minutes, and then just run it up to 350, hopefully to make the skin crunchy and not chewy. But yeah, I haven't had much luck with chicken, so hopefully I'll get lucky with this. Okay, so we're back in the GUI now. Let's see, where are we at? It took me a bit to truss those up and get everything ready. I don't know, maybe an hour, probably a little less, but our recipe is loaded. Let's see, cook by probe. I guess it doesn't really matter which one we cook by. They're all about the same size. Well, just for variety, let's cook by probe 2. Why not, right? It's actually in the middle, so I guess if you think about it, I don't know if this makes any sense or not, but you know, probe 2 is, since it's in the middle, is probably going to be a last hen to cook. The 2 outside ones, I guess, will be overcooked, and the middle one will be just right. But at least we know the middle one will be done, right? I guess we'd know that with the probes anyway. But okay. So, oh, gotta submit that. And if I wanted to save this profile, I could just save it to a recipe. But, yeah, I don't really care. Okay, well, let's fire this guy up. On. Alright, it's going into warm-up mode. We don't need the config any longer. Let's go ahead and add our graph. Okay. Now, if you're wondering about this probe temp, this graphs the probe it's cooking by. Okay, so we've got cooked by probe number 2, so it's going to graph probe 2. All right, and that's just so you know when the barbecue is going to shut off, right? And I could have added all 3 probes up on here, but that would just clog everything up. And besides, you can't cook by three probes, right? I decided it was just better just to cook by to graph by the probe it's cooking by. All right. This is concerning me right here. I think I might need to reprobe that bird. We'll let it sit for a bit and see if it starts getting real high. I might have poked it in the cavity or something. Anyway, enough blabbering. I'll let it run for a bit and give you guys updates as the cook goes along. So you can see probe 1, 2, and 3. They're at different temperatures now. It's about 85 degrees out here. Okay, so got the Cornish hens all trussed up, and I thought about cooking them straight on the grill, but I figured I'd better baste them. So anyway, I got probe 1, which is a camp chef, plugged in here. So just 1, 2, 3 on the probes. That back there is some cauliflower. And that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it fired up and start cooking. Let's go take a look at the GUI. Okay, well, I thought I'd check in with you guys. We got a pretty good swing going on. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a spike there. Yeah, go figure, right when I turn the camera on, right? Never fails. Let's see where we're at. Okay, we're still on profile 1, about 30 minutes left. And, oh yeah, we got a big spike, 250. Well, yeah, it was chugging along there pretty good there for a bit, but I noticed the wind starting to kick up a little bit, and I don't know if that caused that. I doubt it. That's probably more like just a splooge of pellets got dumped in there. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's check out our meat probes. So we've got probe 1 at 112, probe 2 at 105, and probe 3 at 104. So yeah, they've kind of all switched positions. Yeah, I don't see any reason why to switch the cook by probe number. This one's probably going to be done sooner. Oh, I am going to go baste it. Let's see where. Yeah, he's settling down. So yeah, let's go out to the barbecue. I want to brush those things down a little bit, keep them from drying out. Okay, I can see the barbecue's not liking me having the lid open, so I'll just make it happy and shut it. Okay, so I just basted the hens, and you can see right here, this is where I've been, I had the lid open on it, and I expect a little bit of a spike from that. It probably didn't like it, started dumping a bunch of pellets in there, trying to figure out why it was losing temperature. But we can watch it for a second if you want. Well, doesn't look like it's going to be that big of a spike, really, which is good. Okay, well, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, nice little swings here. This is good. That's a little high right there, but it's all right. Yeah, and I guess I should probably record, the poofs coming out of this thing, but I'm sure it is poofing. Yeah, she is She's smoking away, isn't she? Yeah. Those are going to be some smoked Cornish hens. Okay, so I was looking at the graph here. Yeah, we're getting some pretty big swings on this grill. So I'm gonna go over here and let's see. We got 9 minutes remaining. So if you start getting like big swings and it's getting out of hand, you can always change the controller to a lower smoke setting, and that'll smooth it down. My guess is it's because of the wind. The wind's getting pretty high out here. It makes the grill cool off fast, and when the grill cools off fast, it's got to dump a bunch more pellets in there, and anyway, you get a big swing. And I'm sure if you guys have barbecued enough, you've seen this many times. But anyway, I mean, it looks okay. It's probably smoking. The food has probably got a lot of smoke on it. Let's put it that way. So and it's centered around 225, so we're good. So anyway, I put it to minimum smoke here, and I know I didn't say anything. I was blabbing on as we were going. I don't know if we'll be able to see it very much, or be able to see it in 7 minutes, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll check back with you here in about 10 minutes. All right, well, it's been about 10 minutes, I guess. You can see right here, it was starting to tighten it up, actually quite a bit. Maybe mint smoke wasn't a good setting, but anyway, I wanted to show you guys the difference. Well, one swing is not a good sample, but anyway, it's kind of shows you what's going on. You can see the green line jumped up to 350, so we have probably gone into profile 2. Yep, sure enough, right there. Got 60 minutes left. This is to crispy the skin up, and yeah, looking at these probe temps, I don't know if it's going to make it to. See, our target's 165. Our cook by probes on probe number 2. It takes my grill a long time to heat up, especially in a wind. So I'm guessing maybe 10-15 minutes. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe it'll make me a liar and heat up faster, but I doubt it. It would be nice because it would probably crispy the skin up a little bit more. But I have a feeling we're going to hit temperature before it gets there. But anyway, I'll check in with you here in a minute. Okay. Well, I don't know how long it's been. About 10 minutes, I guess. You can see my grill hasn't reached temperature, but man, you can see this probe 2 is really starting to heat up now. I was actually editing another video. I glanced at the graph and I said, uh-oh, I better, because it's getting ready to turn off, I'm guessing. Yeah, see, probe 1's already hit 165. Probe 2's only got about 10 degrees to go, and probe 3 has actually got more. Go figure. And if you're wondering about this, it's because my grill is not very efficient, and this is probably a gust of wind. Like I was saying, it's kind of windy out here, and which is funny because it wasn't earlier. If you watch this right here, or actually look at this, you can see it's never cycling that auger off. And this right here just means it's on. So it's running the auger at 100%. My grill is just not very wind tolerant. But anyway, you can see the probe 2 is getting close to turning the thing off. Yep. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, we're almost there. About 163. Look at this guy. He's still out. Uh-oh. Yeah, so now it's going to wait for a minute to make sure this guy's not going to decide to go back down to 164. But at that point, it's going to turn the grill off. And this guy right here, hopefully will catch up. We don't want undercooked bird, right? And I guess I could change it. I could say, well, let's cook by probe number 3. Why not? Submit it. Let's go look at our graph. We should see this line drop, just a little bit. Yeah, you can see the probe temps at 150. Oh, there it is. You can barely see it. It dropped down, but you can see it right here. Probe temps at 158. And I might just go ahead and shut it off anyway. You guys have seen it cook by probe. You know the auto turn off works. That's actually worked for a long, long time. This guy is probably getting cooked well enough. We're only 4 degrees away. And I still have to go get everything, so I'm just going to turn them off. Okay. Alrighty. So the grill's off. Yeah, they look like dead bird, for sure. Yeah, they would have probably been a nicer looking golden brown if they weren't floating in that butter garlic sauce that I have them in. But you know, I'd rather have them look bad and taste good than look good and taste bad, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, the probe's worked out. It was pretty handy. And now I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to go eat. Don't forget, you can support the Muxall Open IoT channel by donation using a credit card and PayPal, or by purchasing products at the Muxall store. Details and links are in the description under this video. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up, that helps, and hit the subscribe button. That really helps. If you have any questions or comments, post them in the comments under this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.